371, I copy, out to Hudson and Earl Street on a fireworks that being set off near the intersection. Just you 1 second. I'm going to hang out until someone else gets here before I go back and run Nate.
Oh, you got intel on over there?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on running them.
Turn them both down.
Just you 1 second. I'm going to hang out until someone else gets here.
Hey, backseaters, thanks for joining us. It's been 2 weeks since we've been with you, and of course, as you know, the reason for that is the horrific assassination of
Thanks for joining us.
sorry about that. The horrific assassination of Melissa Hortman, her husband Mark, and their dog Gilbert. And that's really one of the more troubling incidents that we've been a part of in our career. I mean, maybe the most troubling, certainly the biggest manhunt ever. I remember police officer Jerry Half getting assassinated in Minneapolis. That would maybe be the closest thing. Of course, we've lost friends that have been shot and killed. Several of them, but this assassination of our elected officials is a whole new level of
5185.
horrific. And you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends now as we start. One of the reasons that, in addition to just purely honoring her until she was buried today, it's really hard impossible for Pat and I to be ourselves when, the whole state is grieving and we're grieving as well.
Absolutely.
So, we wanted to wait. It's not unusual. We've done this in the past until someone was, honored and laid to rest. So, of course, their funeral was today. The visitation at the Capitol here was yesterday. Many of you came, and thank you. And there were thousands of people here. That was moving. But the thing about this I want to say is that Melissa Hortman was a special person, and she was a special elected official. I wasn't good friends with her. I won't pretend that, but I spent a fair amount of time at the Capitol periodically, and in her role as speaker, she was critical at helping us on a number of things. Most recently, the thing that always struck me about Melissa is having a leadership role is one thing, but carrying your kindness with you when you're talking to people is what made her special. And she was always approachable. And that's really one of the things that is missing nowadays. Some of our leaders aren't approachable, but Melissa was always approachable, and she listened. She helped strike a compromise most recently on the $3 million for the capital area security. And in fact, she stopped in the hall and visited with us about that. And she didn't need to do that. She could have just kept hurrying to her next meeting. She was critical of these juvenile intensive treatment homes that we lobbied for 2 years ago. She was the key in us getting those intensive treatment homes. And the other thing, she was a big advocate. You know how much we love the helicopter. She helped the state patrol get helicopters. And Senator Hoffman, there's another guy that helped the police on a number of matters and helped us with the mental health treatment bill that we were lobbying it, so that there was $20 million in staffing costs, another $55 million for a bond issue. So, I mean, you probably could go through and tell stories of great work of many, many legislators, but that leadership role of being Speaker of the House, which Melissa was for, 5 of the last. I mean, of course, there was a power sharing agreement most recently. But I just want to say that, people that can cross the aisle and keep government working, because as you may or may not know, she was the reason that there wasn't an unsuccessful special session, because she made an agreement with the governor and the Senate and the House members to pass a bill that wasn't always that popular with her members. And that was just a demonstration of her putting Minnesota first. And anyhow, our prayers and our thoughts to their children who are, if you watch the funeral today, you can see the intense sadness in their children. And, of course, to be expected. But, I don't know, it really, you can see the kindness in the pictures of her, but the pictures that you're seeing really were like her personality. Just a kind, nice person.
That's been a resounding theme about what a good person she was.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm not doing this justice, but there are so many other news stories in the last 2 weeks that did, and just so you understand
Can I get an updated location just for
where we're coming from. So one other thing I do want to say about this whole incident: we had 120 of our sheriff's personnel involved.
State Patrol's patched with LTAC 1 for a shooting suspect we're following southbound 52 at Fisher, Henry Adam Union 291. I got county squads behind it.
That's a ways away. A lot of people did great work. Our SWAT team was there for 2 days. Our apprehension and narcotics team was there on the perimeter. A lot of our marked deputies were protecting the homes of other elected officials that were on the list while we were looking for the suspect. And our CAT team was responsible for surveilling and following relatives that we concluded eventually he would try to hook up with. So just overwhelming task. And I just want to say there was some great work done. But having said that, law enforcement will need to take a look at a few areas that could be improved. Do you remember when Timmy Jones got shot and killed because we didn't have cover officers?
Yep.
For K-9? Every time we need to learn from these things, and there are things that we could have done better regarding communication. And it's not being critical of anyone, but it's being responsible in terms of diagnosing the good and the bad afterward. No one really wants to do that. And the second no one wants to do that, at the time, and everyone would like to pat law enforcement on the back, but pats on the back are fine, but you also have to look analytically at what happened.
Absolutely.
The other thing is the security at the Capitol here is a critical piece, and we're going to need to dig into that, and rest assured you know how important that is to me. But I have had conversations with many elected officials, some of which are concerned about the communication, some are concerned about stuff here at the Capitol. There are I actually issued a gun permit to one legislator that was fearful. We did some extra home security on one who was on the list, and actually the GPS was loaded into the phone. So,
Wow.
you need to, we need to address this, because we cannot have a government body that's fearful. That's not going to work for us, right, Pat?
Absolutely not.
And I just remind you, this is a relatively new thing. I mean, in 2017, Steve Scalise was shot during a baseball practice. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He was shot during a baseball practice. 2022, Pelosi was attacked. Pelosi's husband was attacked in their San Francisco home. 2024, Trump was a victim of an assassination attempt. Same year, the United Healthcare CEO was shot and killed. A lot of arsons and shootings regarding Tesla and showrooms. Governor Shapiro in Pennsylvania, his home was a victim of an arson. So this is a relatively aggressive trend.
And just this week in Memphis,
yes,
a man was stalking and preparing to kidnap the mayor.
Good point. Yes, he jumped over the fence and he had gloves. He was going to kidnap him.
Yep, had gloves, a taser or stun gun, and zip ties.
Zip ties, yes.
Terrifying.
Yeah. So it's our job to help craft a system that will protect people. But there are things that can be done to improve what happened in terms of communication. And this week you'll be hearing more from me on that. And of course, we need to have an honest discussion about how you keep the Capitol safer. And I'm going to follow up with another letter to the advisory committee with a little more detail about how I think it can be safer. But Melissa, Mark, Gilbert, rest in peace. Family members, I know there's nothing we can really do, but don't hesitate. And Lord Jesus, please put Melissa in a spot where her leadership and her kindness can impact all of us when we reach the pearly gates.
Absolutely. I think I should probably cut this down, huh?
I don't think they can hear it. Is that the Dakota County thing?
Yeah.
The chase?
Yeah.
Are they chasing or just
Not chasing, just
Yeah.
yeah. I'll put
I don't
it
even know
next to my ear.
I don't even know where that is. So we're gonna go and do our best to have a full night. I have been working the last couple nights to keep my mind off some of this, and to be honest with you, it's been busy. We were at camps. Some of you know there was a shooting down at camps last night. It was actually outside camps. We had 3 chases that Mark Suki and I and Sean McManus just couldn't quite get to them before they were terminated by the other agencies. So, but busy. We do have CAT members out tonight for a Saturday. lot of illegal street racer activity.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that.
Yeah. Last night they were down in Afton, they were in Hastings. Josiah's group. I don't know, Josiah might have ended up going to jail, I'm not sure how that ended up. Sometimes the sound echoes. I mean, this phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes turn that little circle. Fireworks. We did last weekend. We were asked by the county manager to help distribute water on those 98-degree days that we distributed a lot of water to
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I was partners with the smartest man for a little while that day.
Kyle Meestead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Must be a baseball game, huh? CHS Stadium.
Yeah.
So a story with the fireworks is making me think about our dog Rocco, who can't take fireworks, you know?
Right.
He goes in the basement and hides. Storms too, which by the way, there's supposed to be another storm coming through tonight. About an hour and a half. But I was thinking of, I saw a story about the veterinarian that tried to save Gilbert, their dog, and thank you veterinarian for doing everything you could.
Absolutely.
So many wounds that eventually it was just misery for the poor dog.
White guy, Joe Bauer shirt, white female, short spec.
Yeah, that was a particularly diabolical crime.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. Reconstructed the timeline on everything that occurred, and like I said, there's some communication lapses that would have. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. There's some communication lapses.
Hopefully dissecting it can make that not happen again.
Yeah. Well, you know me well enough. Right?
Helps.
We're going to make sure it doesn't happen again.
There you go. Oh, shit! Oh, sorry. Oh, that one hurt my back.
It's the
Holy
same friggin'
smokes.
hole. When are they going to fill that one in?
Oh, my God.
I'm going around this one.
Thank you. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Sorry, Pat.
No, it's not your fault.
Well. How's it? All good?
Yeah.
Have a good night. How far, what number vertebrae are we talking?
I think one up from the bottom.
Okay. Sucks. A lot of activities here in the Twin Cities this weekend. Pride Festival is this weekend, and also the Somali Lake Street.
And the Hmong soccer tournament too, correct?
Hmong soccer tournament. Oh, unless that's next weekend. Oh, is it? You know, it's a good question. I don't know if Hmong is always on the 4th of July, but I don't know if they moved it ahead this week or not. You may be right. You might be right. How'd she come out over there in that traffic stop with the Korean kids okay?
No, I haven't heard her clear from it.
Did they find the stop on?
I'm not sure.
You got you know how things stay with you for life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's phone calls of people with I remember when I made some phone calls to some deputies about the death of another deputy,
Yeah.
and the devastation that is on that phone call when you're talking to close friends.
Yep.
And on the morning of the 14th, I got a phone call. Hey, how's it going? I got a phone call from one of the legislators wanting to know if it was true. Ironically, I had only known for the last 10 minutes that it was true.
Wow.
But her devastation and sadness on the phone,
Yep.
you know, look at my arms. I mean, it's just something that's going to stick with me. One of those.
Can't imagine.
The sadness of close friends to somebody that dies is, and over time is a great healer. People can process it, but in the instant of the first 24 hours, it's just pure raw grief.
Shock. Real shock.
Did you lose it now, or what?
No, I don't think so.
The helicopter has it, or what?
They're getting in position. I don't want to say too much.
Is Nicole okay over here?
Let me ask her.
Okay. Nick, are you okay on your stop?
Yep, just finishing up the toll. Thank you. $1,000 to collect Maryland in.
By the way, Steve Linders, our PIO, you might have seen Steve posted a new background photo. And if you didn't know that he was making a great recovery, you might think that that was him today. Did you see that picture?
Yeah,
That's not him today. Steve's doing much better than that picture.
they are right over there, by the way, just so you know.
Okay. You talking about Baby and Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve Linders, our PIO, is doing much better. He's going to start working from home next week and help us with our social media again.
Dick Wall, do you need me to sit over here still?
Press releases, etc.
Oh, you're good.
Contact with the media. He's still got some surgeries ahead of him,
Alright, I'm running back to
but his brain and fingers are working. Right?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, brain and fingers. That picture on his Facebook is from when he was really in bad shape. And I've told Steve, we've had this conversation about social media, and I said, Steve, the picture makes the post, okay? Right?
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean you post a picture from 6 weeks ago when you look like you're about to die. We want a picture of you looking good. Even though you're missing a tooth.
And I like that they had his glasses on him.
Yeah. Post with the exception of the suspect's picture. We haven't done any social media posts since Steve
No.
left us. And he was a rock star, every day or two. But he also handles media requests and digs in and, gets information regarding for the media as to what's going on crime-wise.
Right.
Backseaters, you might have seen an article in the Pioneer Press, if you haven't already, about the $3 million that I was referring to earlier here that Melissa helped us with. And I don't know if you saw the story in the Pioneer Press, Pat, or not. It wasn't really a very high-run story, but it did lay it all out. And so that project starts July 10th. July 10th, we're going to have a big kickoff. And backseaters, you are invited.
Nice.
Mute that for a minute.
Sorry about that, folks.
2164.
2164.
I'll be out with that vehicle at Ingerson in Richmond.
More bad news,
Albert
folks.
Floyd, Nora, 666.
We can't share with you, but
Copy Ingerson.
One of those phone calls. Oh, Nancy Chermak, longtime friend of ours here, longtime backseater. Prayers for your husband James. Been at Regions Hospital on 10 days. Was on a vent for quite a while, and now he's thankfully off the vent, but on an oxygen mask, and been in the ICU since the 10th. Prayers to James and prayers to you, Nancy.
well, I guess I shouldn't say it, but it seems like death is all around us, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
Just got another call about a death, folks. So how about transit officer dying in White Bear Lake?
Oh my God, how horrible.
That's terrible.
We actually ran into her briefly at Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, and she was at the press conference out in Snelling and Unity too. Seemed like a very nice person. Never really worked with her, but Beverly Rodriguez, right? But
So prayers to
I don't know whether she was a swimmer, non-swimmer, head-to-head, whatever, but I don't know.
prayers to her family and
Wavy water is
all of her blue
sometimes tough.
family.
People do panic when they're in the water with waves.
Vehicle that was in an alley. It was going to be a black SUV, and the car saw a black Honda van in the alley parked. That was 30 minutes.
Burr and Fred.
What we got going?
Shots fired.
I will turn around. Get back in the mix, huh?
Not sure if the time delay is 30 minutes on the shots fired or when the vehicles were racing down the alley. Not sure.
That is always a problem, that time delay, isn't it?
Yep.
Since it happened, or did the caller delay calling, or I hear something on there. Didn't I hear Ramsey County? Is it?
Might have.
Yeah, 911 is the first event. We can have them switch over to your 950. 10-4.
going to mute for just a second.
There's squad that can assist on an AOA. State's going to be out on eastbound 94 with stalls. There's blocking and they're asking for squad to assist. 371 break me up right there. Copy. 37 start of received at 2205.
Our dear friend Stormy, her friend Dean, is recovering from surgery, and it's his birthday today. She wanted us to give you a shout out, Dean. Happy birthday to you. And Godspeed with a fast and full recovery.
Copy.
5183, 5185.
Hey, as long as you're there,
3-2.
Courtney Kessler.
I do have some casings.
Can you read that? She sent me that earlier in the week.
Sure.
Her grandma probably was one of our backseaters.
Selling Avenue North and a disorderly intoxicated female walking the street, blocking traffic.
So, her grandma passed away a month ago. She loved watching us. I'm just wondering if you could give her a shout out next time you're live on patrol. As my whole family enjoys watching you as well.
Does it say what her name is?
It doesn't. Courtney did not say her grandma's name, but
Sorry for your loss.
very much so. Your whole family's in our prayers, and thank you guys for riding with us, and thanks to your grandma for riding with us.
We've lost a lot of people over the last 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost 5 now, but yeah, it's hard when you.
They did find casings down at Burn Fred, or yeah, Tedesco and Fred.
Couple crazy calls downtown in the last 2 weeks. That shooting up in 111 Kellogg. You know, there was a party up there.
The pool party?
Pool party. 3 people got dinged. I don't think anybody died though, right?
No.
But then how about that guy, that carjacker downtown that shooting at people?
Yeah.
Running down the street, and that guy had like 70.
Couple off a minute. Yeah.
You know?
They were leaving an off-duty job. I'm not sure which one,
Okay.
but they were apparently together when they witnessed it.
Okay.
5183 area. Copy.
Yeah, the old listen to the radio, Dave Bowl strip.
Exactly.
One of our good friends, Dave Bull, was always listening to the radio. Not only our radios from Dakota County, West St. Paul.
Minneapolis even.
Yeah, if there was something going on, Officer Dave Bull would know about it.
There were times when he lived in South Minneapolis for a while, and there were times he'd be on the way home monitoring Minneapolis calls, and he'd actually assist them with his canine.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He made apprehensions in Minneapolis with his canine.
Yeah. You know, I ran into it at Carboni's Pizza up there in Lexington or wherever it was, Tom Bergeron.
Oh, really?
I think we should bring him back to work.
You should.
He's an amazing investigator.
Yeah, he was very good.
I think he's still got it in him. Tommy, if you're listening, we're ready to bring you back. We did that with old man Danaski for a while. It's good. I tell you, get those experienced investigators working around those young kids.
Yep.
That's how people get the skills. I never really believed someone could teleport their brain into another body, but I'm pretty sure Tom Danaski put his brain in his kid Mike Danaski, don't you think?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance of it.
Maybe cloned his brain. Oh, we're back on Maryland, folks. Pat and I got to get back into our rhythm. But there's a fair number of cars out here. 79 degrees out here in the beautiful saintly city of St. Paul. You know, my kid was showing me some TikToks of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, you're the most popular TikTok ever. You know that, right?
With that ghastly stop stick
Well,
throw?
that one is number one, but then falling in the snow is number two. All right, so number two. But there's a lot of other ones out there. Apparently, people have must be the older generation getting to know how to use TikTok and stuff. But there's one where they cut me. I don't even realize I say it, but apparently I say, well, that's not right. You know?
Uh-huh.
I must say that a lot. Well, that's not right. So they've chopped me saying, well, that's not right. That doesn't look right. You know?
And then saying it over and over.
Over and over and over and over again. That's not right. Over and over again. Yeah. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, there are some creative ones out there. The cooler is back up and working at M&H.
Oh, good. That's good.
I think I was down for almost 2 weeks.
You have the alarm, quarter of smoke, water smoke.
A lot of rain. Man, oh man, there 5 inches of rain in my house.
Wow.
Clear. Squad zone.
I don't know how much you got. 5 inches is a lot. How's it going? Good, everything good? Is that electric? I wish I had one. I like them. Have a good night.
2363.
Actually, I thought it was a motorcycle.
Driving down the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Service.
You know how many motorcycles they always flee from us?
Always.
I just anticipating if it was a real motorcycle. He's gone. He's gone.
Well, Thomas, prayers to your stepdad. Went to the emergency room last night and diagnosed with COPD, pneumonia, and emphysema. It's tough. Prayers to you.
Well, they can clear the
Prayers to your stepdad.
clear the pneumonia. My dad had COPD and emphysema too from smoking 3 packs of Camels a day.
Right.
And he picked that habit up fighting in Korea. And but
Well, they'd always give you cigarette rations.
yeah, but
back
back then it wasn't Camels in Korea, it was Lucky Strikes.
LSMFT.
That's right.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Yeah. Lucky Strike. That's what started him on the path of smoking. It's tough to give up, but I'm really proud of you for giving up your smoking, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
Really, I mean, really, really. My dad struggled with that. Really, really struggled.
Well, I'm at over 2.5 years now without a puff.
That's amazing. Really amazing. Whew. My dad was on oxygen. My mom wouldn't let him smoke in the house, you know.
Right.
So he'd take his car with his can of oxygen to go on a mission of some sort. Once I'd drive alongside him, I'd see him smoking a cigarette with the oxygen there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I love that man. Such a great role model, scout leader, sports enthusiast.
Wish I'd met him. Sounds like a hell of a man.
Yeah. Well, he's that generation, you know. Taught me a lot. I read the Bible religiously. Got me to church. Proverbs. That was his favorite book, Proverbs.
5923.
Well, he did a hell of a job raising you, Bob.
5923.
It's
Correction, 5823.
Kind of you
You
to
can
say.
clear out the fireworks. Complaint pending.
I have
It's
no
like-
doubt he's
It's like
very
that
proud.
final scene in what's that Tom Hanks movie where he's in
Oh, I know exactly what you're
in the
talking
war
about.
where he's kneeling-
Saving Private Ryan.
where he's kneeling by the grave of his friends and he starts crying and he says, "Did I earn it?" Right?
Yep.
I still get goosebumps from that because the lieutenant that was saving him said, "Earn it," and wanted to make sure his daughter didn't quite understand what he meant, right? And I'll tell you what, that's the thing for family members. Most family members don't completely understand the war trauma that our military goes through. And we appreciate all of you guys that defended our country.
Most definitely. That segue from Matt Damon's face to Ryan at the gravesite
Yeah.
is phenomenal and moving.
Yeah. I think he's had a bad day. My brights are not on. Although I will say that these are bright lights.
Yeah, they are.
LED.
5115.
All right, so let's get all the radios on. Are you on? What the hell was that?
What was that?
Was it on your side or mine?
I think mine.
I did too.
And if so, probably in the alley.
Assist medics.
What channel are you on?
3.
Area. We did try to advise trains that they are currently tied up in another
Well,
incident right now.
Can we get to the alley? That's the question.
372.
Large boom.
Your case number is 114.
Could have been a lot of different options.
Didn't sound like a transformer.
No,
Squad back.
for that matter. But it was loud.
That was.
I don't wanna... I mean, it could have been a muffled shot inside a garage or a house, too. Sounded mostly like some type of firework inside a can.
You know, I think you're right. That's exactly what it sounded like.
I'm not saying I'm an expert on fireworks and cans or anything.
I'm not admitting that I might have set a few fireworks and cans off.
And until 4 individuals were looking at the cars on the
I think it was your side, although I had my window closed, so it could have been an echo too.
34-year-old male.
22.
But you got 3 in case somebody called.
I'll see if there's anything impending yet.
Ask them if they heard anything.
Hey, did you guys just hear a big bang?
What's in this direction?
In that direction?
Yeah. In the corner.
At the
This corner. I was going with my dog.
okay,
The corner was horrible.
okay.
No, I don't see person, but my dog saw some person and started barking.
Did it sound like it was in a house or outside?
9681.
Slow.
Casa?
In a casa or outside
My dog saw in the alley.
in the alley?
In the alley.
Okay.
Perfect.
Started barking.
Thank you.
She snakes run fast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gracias. Well, it's one of the 5 Spanish words I know.
Well, you said it with perfection.
I told you, backseaters, I wish I had learned Spanish. Alright, so we got a little better direction. In the alley here behind this house here. That's the best we can determine, right?
Yep.
So we're a block and a half north of where we were when we heard it. Oh.
180 is making sure you're still copying all the updates. Oh yeah, we sure are. We're on scene. Yeah, but that thank you.
Well, unless we get a call, there aren't many other clues.
No, there's not.
Let's look to the right there.
Clear.
Oh, that was clear.
Dave said, "What was that big bang?" That's
We don't know.
the question of the night. Can you make a quick stop at M&H for me, please?
You bet. Miller and Holmes.
There you go.
Sounds like a furniture store. Here's what I want you backseaters to do. I want you straight ahead between Minnehaha and Payne. Traveling eastbound is a okay. So I want somebody to get one of the little green guys and put it where the big pothole is. every time we're driving here, I can see it. Who do we got? Who's tonight?
617. You can tell me your name.
I don't see anybody.
She's all the way at the back.
I'm gonna turn around, but I'm parking.
Okay.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna talk about you while you're.
I was asking if a DMC operator can meet them down jail.
I'm sorry, just to make sure, you're wanting me to ask transit if they have a K9 and a DMC operator to assist?
If they're asking if one of our K9s can assist in an article search, and also if one of our officers is DMC certified to meet them down jail.
If you have any K9 to assist in any DMC operators that can head to the jail? Let's find a start. Can you repeat?
Up.
121, I copied it.
What do you think the odds are that Pat will
What was
bring
the
me a
officer
Twinkie?
that's able to assist downtown?
I don't know. Really, they got the greatest fountain. They got the greatest fountain iced tea here.
121. Contradict 121.
What I really love there is that fountain pop brisk
936 to dispatch.
iced
Whoever's
tea.
going to jail, let them know that transit is doing fields right now and they'll be in route shortly. 121, you copy.
I got the thing.
Thank you. 2227.
I don't know. I don't know if Pat's gonna bring it.
Where is it, DOD? Have a great day.
Oh, 251, I'll be road DOT as well.
Have a great day. 2227.
Keep Rob. You might go on there. You didn't give me. I don't got a. Where's my Twinkie?
Oh, yeah, let me get you a Twinkie.
No, that's all right.
Sure? Okay.
We'll get one later.
That was Sam. That was my...
Motorcycle was a little too much noise. Are you serious?
Have a good one.
See you later. Thank you. Did you get your text?
Run. Caller was hit by a suspect vehicle last seen westbound on Minnehaha.
What?
From the Rev?
No, it's from me.
Oh.
What's the rest?
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
2220.
I feel...
over to we're gonna turn you over to Nikki in a little bit. Not a lot of calls right now, huh, Pat? Not a lot of calls.
No, not right now.
I don't know.
You can stay there.
Assuming some people have put fences on, but you just never know, right?
Oh, yeah.
One as we're out here.
Excellent.
So anyhow, Burr and Fred, huh?
Yep.
Are they pretty much done, or?
I think so. Take a look.
Let's go through downtown.
Yeah, why not?
The Blue Saloon.
There is a celebration of life tomorrow at the Minnesota Music Cafe. You probably knew him, my good friend Mark Palm, a.k.a. Shadow, who was one of the owners of the Minnesota Music Cafe in years past, and passed away recently. Definitely going to be paying my respects tomorrow. Kate, you are definitely in my prayers for the loss of your dad, as is your entire family.
Probably, what, 20 homeless people sitting on that sidewalk there.
Yep.
Figure out what the rattle is over there.
Oh, yeah.
Try screwing that circle on your phone.
I did.
Did it?
I think it's, hang on a second. Yeah, I think it's this one. Let me tighten these all up. Oh yeah, that one was loose. Real loose.
Thank you. Gotta get some new mounts. We're gonna graduate. And so, hey, backseaters, as long as you're here, just an idea. Up here.
God darn it.
Could be that up there too.
And
Did you,
3928, they are saying
you
that
had some
they
duct
need
tape,
police
didn't you?
at this particular one.
Well, never leave
They're
home
now
without
saying
some
that
duct
they
tape.
are having trouble breathing.
I don't know if
and
that's
having
gonna help
panic,
so
you know,
I got an idea here, though.
Okay. Okay, well, I like this. I like this. 1,000 ways to use duct tape.
2001 now.
Should I pull over?
I think you need to.
Okay. No idea what you're doing, but I like it.
It's got me over more. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Was that in focus? Metro Transit.
9175 and 9173.
5 squads, copy the suspicious.
Okay. At 2235.
You know, do we have their channels on our PEXit?
We do.
We should start monitoring them more often, huh?
Not a bad idea. Get it on my scan list.
We should have one radio that just scans all those extras. It is better.
It's better, but not good enough.
Your scan is
I want to get a new mount that doesn't have all those joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're making new ones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go down. Hey, by the way, we're all out of gift cards. I mean, we're not, everybody's been so gracious. But, oh, here's what I was thinking. Here's the question, backseaters. You can put your comments on there. We're definitely going to do something for the 5-year anniversary. July 25th, okay? We're definitely going to do that. Now, the question is where? And I'm thinking about combining it with an open house for the sheriff's office. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
You know, people could meet some other members of the department on a Saturday, put a lot of our equipment in the parking lot, see how the courtrooms work.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I mean, we did that once before. Remember, we had the little people welcomed up to the 3rd floor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But so my question for the backseaters is, do you think we should do an open house at the department or do an event like we did at a park? That's the question. Open house or event at a park?
So weigh in, folks.
Last night when I was driving down here, these kids ran up. Bob, you got any gift cards? Well, I don't have any. I think, what do I got? I might have had a coffee card for Starbucks. But they don't want Starbucks. Let's see what we got for
207 and copy your 5.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, put some smiles on those faces, huh? It's beautiful.
Turn those
out.
frowns upside down.
Yeah. Great night, right? What does WTF stand for? Where's what?
Where's the fireball?
Oh,
Fireball.
okay.
Very popular.
I
Very
used
good.
to do a lot of Fireball.
It tastes a little spicy.
Little bit. I've been told I'm a little spicy.
I haven't seen you three down here before. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from?
I'm from Detroit.
Detroit?
Detroit,
Yeah,
Michigan? Okay.
okay. I haven't seen you guys down here. How about this young lady? Are you from Detroit too?
Oh, but I can't hear him. I am from here. I'm from here.
From
Oh,
here?
yeah? Okay.
All right.
for 8600.
Not APD at White Bear Avenue. It's White. Originally it was a 911.
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing big, thank goodness.
They fell back. The vehicles
A little slower than we like it, but gives us a chance to talk to guys like you, right?
That's what it's all about, talking to each other.
Law-abiding. Hey, by the way, I watched that movie today. Law-abiding citizen. I watched it today. There's a movie called. It's from like 10 years ago, but that's a crazy movie. Law-abiding citizen. That guy that played in Gladiators in there.
Oh,
Russell
Crowe?
Russell Crowe, law-abiding citizen. His family gets killed, and they cut a deal with
Watch it.
The car just sideswiping on my passenger.
See you guys.
Where's that at?
Romeo Victor Foxtrot 375. Occupied by 4. I'm code 4.
Where's the car?
I'll copy that. You're code 4. And did you need medics? 210, I copy your instructions.
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna get out and check on them.
Oh, they stopped.
Copy. Last squad. Please go again.
Car got sideswiped over there on the east side, but the people did stop. I don't know, but look at this. Check out this big steam shovel. I really liked those steam shovels when I was little. How about you, Pat?
Oh, heck yeah.
Those were fun. I don't know if I told the story, but you know, your parents used to buy those steam. That's now called a backhoe. But when I was little, it was called a steam shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Backhoe, steam
321, I'm en
shovel.
route. 624 need boss.
But back when I was young, there was a big field next to my house that they were always working on,
Yep.
and they just left the keys and the equipment.
Oh, all the time back then.
For the next shift, so we used to go out there and fire those babies up.
You wild man, you.
Well, we were only 10, 11 years old. The old days.
15. You can send 8-1 on iPad.
Anyhow, backseaters, on or about July 10th, we are having a kickoff for our capital area vitality. That's what we're calling it, capital area vitality. So July 10th, if you want to join us, we're going to do some cleanup on Rice Street. Rice Street, we're going to have a bunch of deputies clean up on Rice Street between University and Pennsylvania, so you can walk with us. There's another boom.
Everybody in this mini.
This was really busy last night when I was here. We're doing searches?
Yeah.
Body searches for guns. Jesus. At Pimentos. Good for them.
Well, our friend Deputy Dallas has had some ups and downs lately, but seems to be doing real well right now. You guys are always in our prayers, Kiana.
Mother of the Year.
Got that right.
Right. Oh, that gentleman seems to have an anger issue. Not positive if you push that scooter over on purpose. Which, by the way, did you see those guys? 150 sewer covers have been pulled up.
Isn't that something?
Oh my goodness. And thrown down.
Yeah.
Who does that? Right? Who does that? Is some kid gonna ride their little bike and fly off his bike? I mean, here they are right here.
Yeah.
He pulls up grates and throws them down.
Oh, I'm sorry, misfits.
Misfits. Holy mackerel, that's just.
Triple two, can you break us through traffic?
Good.
57, Wisconsin. Alpha Juliet Alpha 4982.
Copy, 57.
We're gonna have a couple weeks of shout outs tonight.
602 will be off.
We'll hold on to him for a little bit.
Yeah.
We gotta get some action before we do shout outs. So,
11439.
all right.
Yeah, that parking ramp really did mess up that view of the cathedral.
Thank
didn't
you
it?
for saying that. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
they didn't think that one out.
No. How is St. Paul supposed to look over the city from there? You know, because St. Paul is sitting up there in that doorway attempting to look over the city, right?
Right.
But it can't. He can't.
Nope.
He can't see us. Can't see us. Well,
Please up flight copy of 2089 of Hudson Road on the DOC. Questioning that there was a male who appeared to be under the influence of tobacco story. Subject is a black male in his 60s, 5'11", thin build, wearing a black t-shirt and black pants with a black face, no cap, no weapons seen. He did have a shot.
I'm just really thankful that our homeless population
Crossing
is
heading to Biolife on
not violent, you know. I mean, there's always a few
Yeah.
one-offs, but
By and large, we have very, very peaceful.
we're saying that as we're hearing yelling.
The other
over.
party involved in
Yeah.
this is going to be parked on the
We're gonna go check that yelling out.
right there.
Funny how you get these. What's happening? I think it's this guy here, huh?
Be clear over here if you go.
Who's yelling? It's somebody up there. Really want to commit to the freeway. See if we can hear him yelling again.
Two-time traffic in relation.
Try to
Maybe in the data plate 3681 Bravo 5.
copy. Is this at the same location?
Gotta be a better way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. 2249.
Is there music playing or am I just hearing that? You hear that tapping?
No, dear.
Yes.
You got better ears than me, though.
Yeah, last night we had, or night before we had 2 chases. One that Dakota County came up Highway 52, and the car went eastbound on 94.
Okay.
5181
And then it exited at 6th Street, but he didn't know it was 6th Street, so he gave it as a number. That's nice of him to wave.
Yes, it was.
That car. That guy obviously didn't have enough money to repair that. Anyhow, so that Dakota County one came up and he got off, and because he was east on 94 and was exiting so fast, I knew which exit he was going. So we went up to Mounds and then over to 6th, and I could see him. Dang nabbit. Then his boss said cancel. Once he was in St. Paul, he said cancel. He couldn't follow the car. And then later, one came up 52 being chased by the state patrol and got off on 7th there. But as soon as they got off on 7th, they terminated too.
Well, darn.
Darn.
Got a tornado watch going on.
Yeah, I told you there's a big storm coming around 10:30. I don't know.
Guess we got a tornado watch till 1 a.m. right now.
I'm going to pull over and take a look myself, because I'm sure my...
Just install aerial fireworks space for location. Copy.
Yeah, we might have rain hitting us in a few minutes.
Oh yeah, that's about here. It looks like a big one. But then it's going to pass through pretty quick. We only got to stay till 3 o'clock and it'll be gone.
There you go.
Just kidding you. Looks like 1 o'clock. Looks like it's going to be hitting here at 11:30 and out of here about 1. We'll have to make some decisions about
2477 Tango.
working in the rain.
Oh, this is shut down all the way now.
Yeah, the pothole got bigger.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I'm just making that up, but that's, it's going to swallow up
it's a
the
good
whole
guess.
tunnel. They're going to write a book on this. The pothole that swallowed West 7th Street.
Yeah.
That'd be a good book. The pothole that swallowed West.
222 Canada's that.
2497.
Copy that.
I'll be transporting one from Regions today.
How's everyone? Very good. Have a good night. You bet.
Marcia says Elk River is getting hammered right now with the storm.
Is there hail? That's what I want to know, because that will determine whether...
Yeah, Marcia, is there hail?
That's what we want to know.
She says they're getting nailed, but are you getting hailed?
Yeah, that's good, Pat. You got that down. Are you getting hailed?
Stay one custody.
Copy one, custody 2254.
Nice
Four
one.
Paws is open again.
Yeah. Yeah. The fountain is still there. busier last night.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in no mood to do a live, but just get out on the street to get my brain a little clear.
I get that.
That's suspicious on St. Peter. We heard it's just fireworks. You can clear that out.
There were a lot of people at the Capitol.
Try to
Holy
defend.
mackerel. That was after all the vigils that occurred. I wasn't sure how many would show up, but a lot of people paid their respects. You want to get out and get in that picture? Fall about that picture.
Try to detect. On a disorderly person that's banging on the windows trying to get inside and screaming for the past 15 to 20 minutes.
How's it going?
2250.
What are they saying about park party or open house? This is important. to me.
Most of the comments were park.
Really?
I'm having an issue with the comments streaming for me, though. I have to keep leaving it and coming back in to see the new ones. I don't know why that is.
Probably. I don't know if mine's any better. I guess he's.
Squad to back up to 384 Woodbridge. Trying to see on the well check.
I'm gonna have to start listening to their radios. They seem to be getting busier and busier at those train stops.
You know, you're on Intel. I might as well just do that.
I don't know what bank are they on.
E, I believe.
I copy. You're headed to check the area of Marshall and Montrose. Vehicle that was swerving stopped in the middle of the street.
There you go.
Trespasser victorious.
Corolla, license plate 0 Echo Mike 221, eastbound Marshall.
MCTPD.
Correction, it's going to be
What's
a
the
white
code?
Honda.
MCTPD.
Recheck. 112. Exit run. That's at 707th Street. 2 hours car cars will be at 7th Street.
Well, let's go up on University Avenue, see if we can find it.
112. Coming.
That seems to be a little.
Description would be a white
Smaller than
female,
average.
28'5'6", average build with blonde curly hair, wearing a tan shirt,
Chicago 14,
curly in the
long-way
back
driver.
parking lot.
We're 23 and out there.
Copy 2250.
Nowhere.
He said he was looking for, I don't know whose ass, but he said there's a cop parked right there.
Well, Nathan, that worked. Thank you. You should swipe it up till the comments go away and then swipe it back down and it'll get streaming again. And it worked. For a minute.
You know what I always do? Well, there's two theories. Number one, we don't have a hammer, so I wouldn't go with that approach. But turn it off and back on.
Spots are code 4 on the traffic. 22.
That's kind of the fix-all for everything.
Seems like it. That or the hammer.
Try it.
2259.
I'll be in and out with 231 to Regions Hospital.
2259.
I'll show you around 22.
11 o'clock on a Saturday night.
113. You can clear this PUV with 116.
Got a plate, Minnesota plate, Adam, Nora, Ida, David.
113, copy 2300.
23.
Oh, there it is. You see it up there? Holy moly, it's coming. We're gonna get you some
Oh,
good
yeah.
good video of that coming storm. Hang on, Kyle. Kyle, go ahead. Can you mute that a minute? I
Yeah, there was some speculation that this storm might miss us, but it doesn't look like it's going to.
I never speculated that way. I called Ren Claire even though she's not working there. Ren, what do you think?
Sevens and Jackson, Hotel Bravo, November.
Gonna hit us, Bob.
Copy at 7th Jackson.
Let's go ahead, 279, 10 and I'm with it tonight.
Okay, 20.
So Dave Dahl has to be one of the best weather persons of all time, right? Remember Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Right after Bud Kraling.
well, Bud was, yes, the Bud, but that was the. And who's the Paul guy? That's Paul.
Douglas.
Paul Douglas. There's some expert weather people.
And Ren went to Care 11 now.
Well, that's cool. I like nice weather people, friendly, smiley.
Brandon Kopic is in Minnesota right now.
Oh yes, okay.
Yep. Thanks for reminding me about that, Amy.
Storm chaser, Brandon. He's probably right in St. Cloud chasing the big one. There were some tornadoes in Bismarck, North Dakota yesterday. Did you see those? Holy moly. Big, large.
And then there was that one in, I think it was Enderling, North Dakota last week. Somebody had a video of it. It was huge.
Wow.
Just a ginormous tornado.
Well, thankfully they got a lot of open land out there in North Dakota. In fact, they don't have many more people in the entire state of North Dakota than we have in Ramsey County.
Yeah, really.
All right, folks, we're gonna go up here and let you get a good look at this advancing storm.
Oh, yeah. Barry Zavan, the weatherman.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, Jay.
there's the van, the weatherman.
Here's the one I jumped up to at 11:88 for 8 minutes and 7. Ernie ran the last party. I'll move the going on the day respectively.
Can you see it, Pat?
Oh, yeah.
36.
And
205 is off. Well, this next PI, you get all right of slip on
And that one I was talking about, they had the video of.
Yeah.
It was happening like this, where, you know, there was lightning in the background.
Yeah, but you
and when
could
it
see-
lit up, you'd see the
Yeah.
huge tornado that was
Yeah.
hitting the ground.
Yeah. I've been in a lot of tornado scenes, but I've never actually seen one live on the ground. I've seen some swirling clouds in the air, but it's pretty amazing at my age to never actually have seen one.
When I lived in Texas, I saw two at once one time.
hide your fears.
Okay, this vehicle just pulled over at Marshall and 312.
Can you see that? It doesn't light up on our... Oh, there's a little bit of...
Oh yeah, it's showing.
Copy. 121. I'm sorry, 102. I'll start to 121.
Copy. 205.
I'm gonna sit here for just a little bit. We are high. We got a good vantage point up here.
Mm-hmm.
Good spot to get carried away.
175 Tango.
Lightning all across the horizon.
175 Tango.
You can clear supervise.
Copy. 206. 220, I copy your natural uses. There's spots back at 426 Fillmore Avenue East. Our comp is lost. Is looking for assistance. They're waiting in a gray Toyota Camry.
779.
Let's just see how far away that is, Pat. Gotta check out the radar.
220, I'll let you know.
Copy that. 206.
Whoa. Let me just see. So, there it is. There's where we are.
5181.
So, we're seeing that big cloud, but there's another one due east of us over there. This big long line here that's working on. Now, according to this, it's going to kind of dissipate as it gets here. But who the hell knows if that's true, right?
Right.
Yeah, well,
It'll be interesting.
let's head into it. Right?
Why not?
See what happens.
229, tracking status.
I mean, people might need our help.
2655 5th Street, West. Wanted alarm.
Copy.
Covering the church office building.
Anything county jail is here.
Correct. 208.
Yes, that'll be fine. Copy 20.
Is this what would be referred to as the calm before the storm, Pat?
I think that would be a pretty accurate description.
Correct. 208.
I like it. I like the. Can you just feel the air? It's like not moving. It's 80 degrees. Which what happens is the temperature went up as this storm pushed in today.
Yeah, it does feel kind of eerily calm out right now.
Doesn't it? It's like we might not be able to get you as good of a picture as we had there, though. Whoa. Figure out where I can get to that captures. That's quite the lightning show we got going up there,
it is.
huh?
Yeah, it is. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Yeah.
121, checking your status.
Well, the good news is
8196.
I'm familiar with Greg Mercado's sleeping spot. So if something bad hits, we'll just drive into that tunnel.
There you go.
Well, we don't have a lot of crime going on, so tonight we're storm chasers.
There you go.
We've been sworn in by Brandon Copy.
Yeah.
112,
Thank you, Brandon.
And Uni and then disorderly for one male and one female on the property near the loon statue. Believes that they are intoxicated.
Oh,
2311.
the loon statue. Well, if you're in the Twin Cities and you want to beat the thunderstorm / I don't know if there's hail in there, but there's a lot of red on the radar. We recommend you get on your way home now.
Not a bad idea.
We are in Como Park, just cross Lexington Avenue. A lot of people still in the park. A lot of cars parked here. I don't know if they know what. Oh, these are cars from the Hmong. Yeah, there's the Hmong soccer tournament. It's all fenced up. Right there, they probably left their cars here for the night. Attended many of those over the years.
Clear advice 184.
Assalamu alaikum. Hey, how was Independence Day today? Good? Come over to the car and tell us about it. Come over here and tell us about it. How was it today?
Was actually very nice. It was like kind of overstimulating and very hot, but then
So, music, a lot of music tomorrow. One more day,
We're
music.
trying to end our night over here. We were hoping that maybe you guys would give us the pass.
S'mores? To make some s'mores?
You guys got rid of all the kids. There was a bunch of underage kids. They all left.
Yeah. Well,
Like, you should tell your partners to let us spend another hour here.
we're a little more flexible than them, but here's the other thing: there's a big storm coming in 30 minutes. Anyhow, have you seen?
A big one. We've got a tornado watch right
You
now.
guys just let us just 30 risk it?
I don't. We don't have to. We work for the sheriff's office, and
They're the city.
we're the city, and it's a city park. It's a city park. But hey, tell me about the Lake Street. What was going?
We had camos, there was nice music playing.
Is Kajog still in charge?
who?
The Kajog organization?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're surprised you know about that?
Oh, I know all those guys.
Wow.
I got Abdul is my friend. He's over there running half of it. He demands me I get over there tomorrow.
Have you had any Somali food before?
Many times.
Okay.
Many times.
Yeah.
Many
That's good.
times.
What's your favorite?
Sambosa. There you go.
I ate sambusa today.
But you know what else I like? I like the Mediterranean food that has a little spice to it.
Yeah.
You know? I've had safari over there on Lake Street.
Yeah.
So what is it both Saturday and Sunday or just tomorrow?
No, it was just today. The celebration was today, like the parade type of thing. You
Yeah.
know, how they close it. Yeah.
But isn't there some more tomorrow or not?
No.
Nothing
I
tomorrow?
mean, they might celebrate a little bit.
That's
'cause
what I
it's
mean.
weekend.
Yeah, I thought it was the weekend too.
Yeah. They might be celebrating, but
Independence Day, you know when that was, right?
Yeah.
You know what year?
no, I actually don't.
1960. 1960, July 1st,
You
1960.
know more than
And you know, technically, because Somalia was an Italian colony,
Yeah.
that was a different date than the Djibouti, which was French.
Yeah.
And of course, the British, the Isaac clan up there in Somaliland. So anyhow, July 1st is the accepted date, right? 1960.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, you young ladies are very beautiful. So,
Thank you.
are you in college now?
I graduated.
From where?
The University of Minnesota.
What are you gonna do now?
Right now I'm doing an internship, like with my major. I had one class left.
What was your major?
Health administration.
Yeah, nursing.
Nice.
You going into nursing or administration?
No, administration.
Administration. Good. All right. Well,
Yeah.
there's a career there. There is a big storm coming. What's your name?
Balkis.
Falkis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good night.
You as well. Bye.
Take care.
All the young kids left. Como Park's become a popular place for kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether that closes at 10 or 11. Probably 11 like the other ones, huh?
Yeah.
Well, went out to this earlier, so I'm not sure what more they need. It's 2370. 180. 180.
They're advertising.
You are going to be at the phone referral.
Shutting down for EOT. So that'll need a new CM.
These signs say there's more parking straight ahead. They must be shuttling them in from the fairgrounds, huh?
Okay. I've never seen that light in downtown Minneapolis moving like that before.
On the
Top of that building, yeah.
No, that is in honor of the Pride Festival.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I believe to be the case. They do that for certain festivals.
Okay.
And I think that's changing colors, right? Like all the colors of the flag. You know, it could just be that there's really bad weather coming. Warning. But we're talking about the top of the IDS building, folks.
Oh, it's IDS, okay.
Yeah, IDS building. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Somebody said, Nacho Man says 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail.
And where?
Where, Nacho Man?
I could really go for that.
We have an officer that's going to
Twinkie
PPT
right
that
now.
can respond to Marshall and Montrose.
No, I really feel bad.
Well,
Copy, thank you.
we're on Como Avenue. We're storm searchers. People call themselves storm chasers. But we're searching for one to chase. We still got all the radios on, folks, but trust me, when there's a weather advisory like this, people kind of go to ground.
Yep. Which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I thought we were dragging something.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we're dragging your guilt.
Yeah, thanks.
Because you forced me to eat cinnamon bears.
Is this holiday open up here?
Oh, you want to get a Twinkie?
I'm going to get a Twinkie if it's open. Darn right I am.
Look at all that lightning over there.
It'll ease my guilt.
One I copy your headed Marshall staff calling in. Sort of a male. has been trespassed in the past. Says that if he's not on scene when you get there, he's probably headed southbound on Hamlin. His name is Matthew McCanny, white male, 4256 in build, 23.
I'd say that's closed. What do you think?
Yep.
So we're at
508, you okay?
St. Anthony. This is worse than Lay's potato chips.
As far as being able to eat just one.
Exactly.
Last seen eastbound on Marshall, license plate Romeo, uniform Lima 400, white Jeep Cherokee at 2322.
Got any more weather reports from the back seaters?
Not really.
Let's get rid of that cinnamon burr bit, Pep. It must be moving slow.
121.
Which is good and bad, right?
Yep.
Checking for a TZD officer.
Get a squatter, kind of decipher what's going on.
273's en route.
123. Copy that, thank you.
You're welcome. 2324.
First one en route, good condition too. 326.
Copy.
We are right here at Larpenteur and 280, the westernmost portion of the city of St. Paul. Big storm north of us here, huh?
Yeah, kind of northwest.
Definitely one coming. Let me just take a look at the radar here. Severe thunderstorm warning until 12 a.m. Severe thunderstorm warning until 12 a.m. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely north of us. But there's one way west coming too. for right now, we're gonna head north, Pat. There's two cells, like that one person was telling you. There's a cell to the north and a cell to the west. But in terms of our suburban area that we're responsible for, which is the northern suburbs, it's gonna hit there first. So let's be there in case people need some help.
377 traffic.
Sounds like a plan.
220 and 217 to back.
Stand by for impact.
King in Bidwell for 911, hang up. There's 2 dollars.
Juliet, November, 901.
And 229, I copy your directions on suspicious intent exchange treatment.
Quite the light show there so far, huh?
Yeah. Pete Schwartz says it's coming across Highway 10.
Coming across Highway 10. Pete Schwartz, is that from first-hand view or what?
Sounds like it.
2458 York.
Okay, well.
Westbound 94, just west, White Bear, Lima, Yankee Foxtrot, 865.
Copy.
So we are headed north. We're right here on Highway 36. We're just north of 35W. We're in the city of Roseville, which got hammered with rain in the last week. And
Yeah.
just hammered. Actually, the illegal street racers were meeting up here in Roseville earlier tonight. I'm sure they've called it a night to get their cars out of the hail, in case there's hail.
Technical for traffic is 2329.
Assuming they can kind of see the light. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So our county goes up to County Road J. This is County Road D in 1 mile. Right now we're crossing C. So our county goes to D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So we got another 7 miles north here. We're still in Ramsey County. We don't get up here. There's not a lot of crime in the northern suburbs. Don't get up here much, but storms don't discern whether you have a crime in your area or not. So
325. There's a car available, Ken. Just join me here.
very, very dicey. Northern suburbs.
Hail in St. Michael now. They lost the power briefly.
Oh, they did. They got hail, huh?
Yeah.
113 clear advise, Marks 116.
Copy, 2330.
Brandon, if you're listening, feel free to call. Love to have a little
170.
conversation about
Advise en route to 10511.
storm chasing. He's a great meteorologist too, Brandon.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He knows the weather. something counterintuitive to what we're doing here?
279, I copy your north to the dangerous conditions. Just about to back at 341.
That's the way we live.
Followed by a vehicle westbound now behind your accident with injuries, motorcycle accident, drivers on the ground at actual speed.
So now we just left Roseville. We're in the city of Arden Hills. Arden Hills is patrolled by the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office.
So it's Vandalia. They have it Vandalia.
So if you live up this way, buckle up because it's.
Just about to back on the dangerous conditions. It's looking like 268 I copy your route.
I don't know how far north it'll be, but it's west of us too. So. If it's crossing Highway 10, it isn't far away.
113. Like it's on Vandalia. So I'm guessing Vandalia just north or green turns into that.
Like I said, Ramsey County goes up to County Road J. Technically, Highway 96 is also County Road G. So we're just about to hit 96G. So then we'd have HIJ, 3 more miles to our county border. Probably going to get off at about, might get off at J or I. So we're well positioned to assist anything that happens. A lot of crazy things. I mean, if lightning hits a house or starts on fire, trees fall. Knock on wood, but it looks like the majority of it's a little north of us here, huh? Is that lightning, that heat lightning, and you can see that from a long ways away. Got a good view of it though here.
Oh yeah.
312, check your status of traffic.
241 in custody.
Copy, go for 1 plus 3234.
177, full floor, start FedEx.
So if you live in Anoka County here north of Ramsey or in Washington County, it's headed toward Washington County, of course.
Got a male coming back.
Take precautions.
Conscious. I mean, not conscious, but breathing. Copy, male bleeding from the head, not conscious, but breathing. Conscious, he's talking. Copy, no conscious. 217 and 220, I copy your north to the welfare check. 213 4th Street East. And 2234.
Whoa,
That's a big one.
that was a big one.
We're going to pull off at County Road J and take a look at the radar. Figure out what we got. It is the scariest thing when you were mentioning one that you see lightning and there's a tornado. I've never actually seen it, but I definitely have seen videos. The lightning hits behind it and you see there's a tornado there. in front of you.
Copy your note to the dangerous conditions of Maryland and Lorient. That's 2035.
Here we are hitting the county line.
So we're north northern border here. Conroe J, also called 85th Avenue Northeast. To people in Anoka County.
Looks like that wind is picking up.
Ah, good observation. I didn't notice that. So, it looks like it's raining off to the north of us there.
Mm-hmm.
Continue creaming APD at Plato and Wabasha.
Quite the light show, folks.
See what the radar has to say.
2237. 164. You can stay clear. Looks like the music stopped. 5 p.m. Minnesota temp tag 04009772. 2337. 2337. And 2:05 p.m. Minnesota Zulu Delta Romeo 585, please.
It's just west of us still. West and north, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, St. Michael is getting hit hard. About to move into Coon Rapids. Coon Rapids, you're about to have one hell of a rainstorm. Oh, most of it's staying north of it. Oh, yeah, up there, huh? Pat's looking out to the north, huh?
Yeah.
That looks brutal up there. Into Anoka County.
Yeah, there's some tough stuff hitting us.
Oak Grove up there, it's hitting. East Bethel.
Gene says North Branch is getting hit pretty hard right now.
Ham Lake. I don't know if Joe Kill is at home. Joe Kill's probably getting
123. What you got for
hammered pretty good. What'd you say? What town?
North Branch.
They're walking in the siding.
Huh?
And they're throwing rocks at trains.
123. Show me clear assist for my call, and you can put me on the road trespass. 3105.
Well,
157.
it's hard to predict what's going to happen with
Holy smokes.
with that snake, huh?
That is exactly what I thought when you showed it. It looks like a snake.
Yeah.
Correct. 2 sides just across the front of the train.
Well, we're still in Ramsey County. We're just going to go down here a little further to our northwest corner in Mounds View. We're on the northern border here, and now we're just going northwest to Mounds View. Our favorite former mayor, Carol Mueller. Mounds View. So just north of us here is the Blaine Airport, which, I don't know, I'm assuming most of those little planes are in hangars.
Hopefully.
Bobby did some training up there, original training. The wind is picking up. Oh, there's a lightning bolt, huh?
Yeah. just over the crest of this hill coming up. It's going to be quite the show.
Mounds View on our left. Blaine and Anoka County on our right. Moundsview is in Ramsey County, but they have their own police department. Chief Ben Zender does a great job.
Is you not account you're not suspicious?
Yeah, he's got a good crew.
Lydia, for a vehicle flipped over at the intersection.
We can hear the calls if there's any up here on our radios, but
Copy that. It sounds like their flipped vehicle is on its side. Minute turn now.
well, we've avoided the rain, Pat.
So far,
It's amazing. We're not trying to.
we're trying to put you right in it. I guess Storm Chaser isn't in our repertoire.
Well, the other thing is, it could be that the storm has talked to the illegal street racers. Stay out of Ramsey County.
Indeed.
You want me to check?
I think you should go to the quick trip.
I knew you were thinking that. I saw your head lean over. Well, now that I had those cinnamon bears,
I think a Twinkie will round it out just right.
this is the border here of the northwest corner of Ramsey County. County Road J and
Anybody else?
County Road 10 and the Quick Trip.
I'm gonna try to for you.
You know, their windows always look dark.
I know.
Well, do you think instead of that you could get me a donut?
Like maybe a Bismarck?
Bismarck with red jelly would be amazing.
All right.
But you know what my wife brought home the other day from the donut place?
Tell me.
Roasted coconut
Really?
on a donut.
Okay.
Mr. Donut? What
I
are
bet that'd be wonderful.
roasted coconut was amazing. So see if you can get
I'll see if they have roasted coconut.
well, one Bismarck and one coconut. And if it's not roasted, it's okay.
All right.
You're the best, Pat. I'm just going to tell people how amazing you are while you're in there.
I shall return.
It's going to be raining when you get back.
Probably.
All right. If you're home checking your radar for our community, just plug in Mounds View, Minnesota, and see if you can help us predict what the weather's going to be. It is like stationary. It's hardly even moving.
Driver that's inside the vehicle that's on its side just can't get out because of possible
Hardly moving.
windows.
Hardly moving.
Young female, non-conscious, breathing, extremely intoxicated.
Whoa, we got some lightning though. Still right here.
Yeah.
321.
321.
can you just run my call back in pending? She didn't answer, so let's see if 499 will call her when he's in later. And you can send me that DOC on Maryland.
44772. That was the drug route.
Copy that. Did you want a second, or were you just going to check the area?
Gonna turn some.
I'll just check the area right now.
Turn some weather
Probably
reports
not
on
even in
here.
the area.
Copy that. 2346. Copy that. 2346.
Like parking this close to a building ever? It's coming over there. Say that storm is moving much slower than we anticipated it. Originally it was going to be here between 9 and 10 o'clock. Now it's slowed down so much, and the slowness can help or it can hurt. But the people that are underneath it, they're just getting hammered. St. Michael has just been raining cats and dogs there for an hour and a half. If anybody lives in St. Michael, let me know.
371 will be in the second parking lot with the subject.
Copy that. 2348.
I thought I heard somebody use a loud F word. It wasn't good. Someone not happy or what?
I don't know nothing about it.
That was a loud F word.
There's something going, who knows?
Maybe he forgot a donut. How's your night going?
Not too bad.
How do you like that car? Is that rear wheel drive or what?
Yeah.
We used to drive, I'm with law enforcement, but we used to drive those all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Those were our go-to cars.
One of the big cars that they're not bad to work on, and they run well.
Yeah. I got an old 2004 Buick with that 380 engine there.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Yeah, easy to work on, like you said.
Lake and
You know?
Lizelle, Sunshine, everything like that.
You know, they can't keep
Checking it down, like,
good.
my nails
They had to get rid of that.
Right. I don't know. That's
2973.
People still be driving them.
2973. We want to let medics know, I'll be at the White Bear Matrix, the Hulk Street, guide them in to where the person's down.
228, copy your emergency assist. There's a spot back at 333 Smith Avenue, the United Heights Hospital, the lower entrance near security. Congress requesting assistance getting to detox.
127. 220 please.
Copy that. 2251.
626.
127, we have a South Pulling bus holding at 66 in Richfield at one refusing to exit.
Just hasn't been a lot of crime here tonight in Ramsey County. So we are we're doing a little storm chasing for you.
127, 23.
Just not sure.
Courtesy ride to adult male, 1036 cents.
There he is.
Okay, 2251.
That's a very little bag.
127, 135, you can cancel.
Don't you love that guy's smile?
127, close copy.
I hope a custard Bismarck is okay.
Well, that'll have to be. But you know what? If it's not,
8157 traffic.
no coconut.
8197.
No coconut.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a big custard.
about 4 people in there.
They recognize you?
024.
Yep, and said to say hi to you.
Copy.
And the one lady who was looking at you on the way in said, let him know I wasn't mean mugging him. I was just trying to figure out if that was him.
Oh. Well, thank you, Pat.
Yeah, is it hitting the spot?
No.
Good.
100%.
Firearm involved. The additional callers reporting the same.
This is the slowest moving storm.
Mm-hmm.
Also believes they may have heard shots fired. Copy. I'm going to float up to the county shop.
It is starting to rain.
I'm going to mute real quick.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan O'Neill.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you run up to that coffee shop in Little Canada and let me know what happened?
Yeah, yep, I'll be right up there.
Well, there you go.
All right, bye, guys.
We have a watch commander. One of our commanders works on every Saturday night. We just had a call up there. Pat, why don't you go ahead and read it in there, because you've been with us at the coffee shop in Little Canada before. And
Started off as people running and screaming. And then the caller thought there may be a gun, but didn't see one. Then 4 teens physically fighting, and the caller heard a gun mentioned, but none had been seen at that time. The caller was at the back of the restaurant. New caller was security, saying 4 teens fighting. Also heard a gun mentioned. A lot of people running away, and someone yelled shooting, so the caller ran.
Sounds like everyone involved is gone. Still trying to get more info.
that's the right call.
So, yep.
Well, that's good. No one got shot.
Definitely.
What will happen is someone will get numbers, but a carload of each. And then last time they started shooting at each other. To send you to Nicole. She might already be there. Call Nicole Sparks. Since we struck out on the storm, here's a little north of us. It is coming, but it's very slow.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you got your camera rolling?
Yes, I do.
You okay with taking it? What are you working on?
Nothing. I was just sitting to see if a car was going to leave off of York, but I can absolutely take it.
633 All right, 2 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Just
Thank
take my
you.
call to a proxy complaint. Can I get logged in, please?
Coming down. 2357.
220.
We are going to send you over to Nicole
Before you get the K9.
in a minute.
Coming up. 616, you can check there.
Copy.
And 2357.
2165. You can mark as code 4 right now. No one be inserted here.
Everything. 2357.
Code 4.
As soon as we jump on the freeway, we're going to send you over to Nicole.
8196, 97. 8196,
There's a Holiday gas station.
Hi, sir. Do you know the one?
Well, I do want to say that I probably got, I'm on 3 here, probably. That Bismarck was really fresh.
Yeah, everything in the shelves look fresh.
All right. Send her over to Nicole on that dot there.
Kind of preparing us for, but it's getting pretty humid out, and
Looks like Nicole's camera is not functioning properly. There is a slim possibility that she has black tape over the camera just so she doesn't have to. I'm just kidding. We're going to put the smartest man on it, see if he can work on it. He can tell whose cameras are transmitting or not.
Have a great night. I've been
Here.
Why don't you click on it and then go to live? You know, do it.
Yep.
Thomas's.
We get medics here. All female concentrated.
All right, beat that.
Head injuries during fight time. It's all for medics.
Can you mute it, Ben?
Mute it?
Yep.
welcome back. I learned a little later that I was talking to myself for a while. Not for the whole time, but for the most. Copy, thanks. Yeah, it wasn't for the whole time, but it was for a good chunk of time. I was talking to myself. So I don't really know where I left off, but we ended up getting a complaint of a catalytic converter theft and a package thief. Pat had heard about it through Facebook, told us about it. So ended up finding the vehicle moving. Did a traffic stop on him. I had a hunch of who I thought the suspect was, and it was the driver.
Yes, sir.
Ended up towing the vehicle, didn't find any catalytic converters or stolen packages in the vehicle, but we did find catalytic converter theft tools, batteries, all of that stuff. And ironically, I just saw one of them, this was a couple hours ago, I just saw one of them walking on Maryland, so. And the driver, I've arrested him a handful of times for catalytic converter thefts. When I worked in Maplewood, he was really, really active, like 5 years ago when the catalytic converter thefts were just crazy. Could not go a single shift without taking at least one theft complaint or one basically like recovery of catalytic converter thefts or a call of it happening. There was not a single day that we did not take something related to catalytic converter thefts, which is crazy. I'm really glad that that slowed down, but the catalytic converter thefts is just something that just really grinds my gears. They really, for a couple $100 maybe, they cause so much damage and so much hassle. I mean, you're looking out that this person has to pay, a minimum of $500 for their deductible to get fixed. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And it's just selfish. Just very selfish. So I did have some choice words for him. Told me he didn't understand me. I called BS because I've arrested him before and told him that we've had plenty of conversations to where I know that he's fully capable of understanding me. spent our weekend in the Stevens Point area. We had a softball tournament. There is absolutely nothing to do in the Stevens Point area. We had quite a few hours in between a few games that we were trying to kill some time. So we kind of joked that on paper it looked like we did a lot of things, but everything that we did took about 4 minutes to complete.
2973, one transported, clear assist.
We saw the world's largest potato masher. It's exactly what you would imagine it would be. 35 feet tall. So that, like I said, took about 3 minutes. And when you're trying to burn time, that kind of stinks. Just because you expect something to take a little bit longer. And it was crappy weather out. It was drizzling, it was chilly, so it's not like there's a ton of stuff that you want to do outside. And I could hang out outside if it was nice out, but it was not very nice. Didn't really want to do that. We tried a farmer's market, and they said that on Fridays there are vendors there, but few, or less than normal, I guess. There was one vendor, so that did not take very long. We tried to go to some of the shops. A lot of the shops were closed, so we went to a smaller kind of like art shop. I guess I don't really know what you would call it, but they sell art there. That took about 5 minutes to walk through. So, like I said, on paper it looked like we accomplished a lot of things, but in reality everything took about an hour to get through, including drive time. Just read a comment about the guy who had to use the bathroom when we arrested him. Ironically enough, one of the catalytic converter thieves, that was his excuse. The second that I got up to the car to talk to them, is that he had to leave because he had to go to the bathroom. He's got to go right now. Well, that's kind of a red flag. My computer mount in this vehicle locks in, but it like constantly slides forward. So every time I go over a bump or I hit the brakes hard, it like slides forward away on me, and I just do not have very long arms. Starting to get windy. Starting to get very windy. So we're at Western and Maryland in the Western District. Or sorry, this is technically Central. I misspoke. This is technically Central District. West doesn't start until about the Dale area. About a block and a half up off of Arundel is kind of a hot crime spot. It's called, or the address is 444 Maryland. I don't know exactly what stores they all have in here. I guess now is the time to look when no one's here. I know the tobacco shop. Looks like they have a food place, Golden Grill, Cajun Seafood, Maryland Tobacco, and that must just be it. And a stray kitty. But super high crime hotspot for narcotics, firearms, and shootings. You'll see St. Paul's got a stationary camera in the corner.
Somewhere on Maryland Avenue. I don't know the cross street yet. I'll let you know when I get there.
So St. Paul's kind of ramped up their police presence around the area, trying to make arrests, make it not such a problem property, but it's a very high crime area right now. I think it kind of always has been for a while, but definitely right now. I'm sure most of you saw the terrible, tragic news about the Metro Transit police officer, Bev Rodriguez, from earlier this week.
It's not at Wendy's.
Terrible, terrible accident that happened in the water. She worked at Transit when I was there. I didn't... Abram. Yeah, absolutely. Terrible circumstances. I mean, I can't imagine what the family is going through with that. Yeah, she was at Transit when I was there. I did not really work directly with her, so I didn't know her very well, but she had been there, I think, since 2017. But yeah, absolutely terrible, terrible freak accident. Family and friends in her, in your thoughts. I just have to turn, so there's going to be a little bit less chatter on the radio. I just have to turn some of our radio channels off for the time being. Talked a little bit about the initiative that we have coming up. Here to see out. Acura is what we're looking for. Stolen vehicle is just spotted, so. Guess is about as good as mine of where it's gonna be. Hopefully the rain doesn't scare them away from driving around so we can find them. Lexington Central High School is on our right hand side. Fairly large high school. I was surprised when I was going to school about seeing how many kids were coming out when school was let out. I've never seen so many kids in one spot, but I also did not have very large high schools where I graduated from. I think the garden will probably enjoy some of this rain. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago during the other flash flooding. That is kind of miserable. The only benefit is that you just can't drive very fast. So I guess there is a little bit of a benefit to that.
46,
24 minutes.
Always gotta check gas stations just to make sure.
164, 165, copy. 50 alarm, 725 left, audible, covering long, central pole, 24 minutes.
Never know when you need gas. Wipers aren't the best, so gonna be a little streaky. I know I've talked about it before, but the firebox right there on our right hand side of Marshall and Snelling, they don't Somebody is taking marshals, so we're gonna go up and check this hotel here. This one stolen. We have for helping us with stuff. It is kind of a long time. Make sure you guys harness some good energy. We could use something going on here. I think the only thing we're missing is Suki. He's normally the one that will come up with something. He's somehow the nice thing is that this car sticks out. This guy is this parking lot sucks. It is not conducive to turning around. You have to back up. Which, like I've said, should avoid doing whatever possible to limit any accidents that we might have.
I've got it.
Okay. Nothing over here.
All the busy shaking truck run.
We've had a couple stolen cars over in this kind of little nook. I don't even know if I actually know what street I'm on, because I drive over here so irregularly. What is this? Oakley and Lyndhurst. So if you guys, any backseaters live over here, because very few of us are over here. I guess I can't speak for anybody else, but me specifically, I've only been over here a handful of times. It's kind of a confusing little area. Feronia, I know that one. Well, I just told Ashley that she should probably come up with this car full. Hopefully she gets on it. Summit. Take that over. It's kind of another main thoroughfare that if you're not on a side street you might use to travel back and forth across the city. I hear the tornado warnings. I don't know if you can hear them with my window down.
2963 EOT.
Have a good night, Tennessee. Good.
We've had a few storms at that speedway back there before, but no such luck with this one. Make sure I have a plan of somewhere with an awning.
Put a squad in the area for your Little Canada Road. We do have a silent alarm impending at the Little Canada Smoke Shop at 27 Little Canada Road. Advising of 20. Stand by, let me check. Copy.
maybe Cleveland up. Will. You know, I've never had a pursuit in a tornado warning before. Or a tornado. He actually said that they're being overpassed to protect themselves. Does anyone know when the
2164
storms are actually supposed to hit St. Paul?
Next four copy the call. Yeah, we get to locate and go ahead down the road. Assess it as well.
Alright, well, I'm not convinced this vehicle is over here, so maybe moved farther east when we were coming over.
386, break from traffic.
361.
White Baron assist, Wisconsin plate, Alpha X-ray Golf 8660.
Glad for all the backseaters that are taking cover have something to watch and entertain them. Hopefully we can actually find something that's better than just me driving around.
Howard Street North in a residential 10-4. 6-7 copy. Froston right there. 3-3. Is 312 another one? Yeah, we can see where down.
Excuse me.
Sounds good.
About a month or two ago, the sheriff's office had posted a Bebe's find with a couple of ghost guns, some frames, and a 3D printer. We ended up arresting the kid responsible for manufacturing those on Wednesday. So that was Sarah's case. She had started it. That was kind of the last person that we wanted to take into custody for that specific case. One of the guns was found in his 13-year-old brother's bedroom. He is, I believe, 15 himself.
Yep.
So that turned out to be a little bit more fruitful than what we were.
You call it an investigator at Pimento downtown.
We're actually thinking it was gonna be. but it worked out really well. He was very cooperative, which is good. But obviously can't be manufacturing ghost guns to sell and to give to your younger siblings.
Copy.
The nice thing about
2165.
longer term firearms investigations or auto theft investigations is that every time you take someone into custody and you start digging into things, you find more and more people, more and more connections. You just get more pieces to the puzzle to put together for your next cases, which is great. There's definitely no shortage of work for us.
Just wait for 3 folks.
Which is good. I enjoy the job security. I enjoy being busy, obviously. Especially with summer, we are just absolutely swamped with different investigations, finishing up other ones, closing them out, making sure everything's buttoned up and ready to go for the county attorney. They have coded as a burglary in process, or in progress, excuse me. Make sure my radio's turned up, but... time we go live, but thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry we weren't able to find that stolen. But I'm still going to be out looking for it for a little while, so hope you guys all stay safe during the storm. Make sure you guys get shelter and take care of yourselves first, so have a great rest of your weekend.